everyone, Marcy here. Welcome to my craft room. It has occurred to me in my last few videos as I've been going through and trying to decorate things and make different things that I have quite a lot of embellishments that I have made, clusters and that sort of thing. I've made quite a few of them over time and they're all sitting here in this box, but I also have this pile of ephemera that is still waiting to be decorated, and I thought it would be a really good idea to marry them up and to see what could go with what and just kind of match the pieces up. So I want to focus primarily on this because there are a lot of little embellishments in here. I'll show you. This box is just stuffed. Look at that. Look at that. Crazy, right? But I did bring over a few flowers and some doilies and things in case I want to amend what's in here or maybe layer it on top of something. But that's what we're going to be working on today, is trying to see what of this pile of things can I match with this pile of things and get them into a usable state. So I hope that interests you as well today. Before we go any further, I just want to remind you to give me a thumbs up, to like and subscribe if you've been watching this channel and you're enjoying the content. That really helps me out and I appreciate it because I enjoy connecting with all of you and sharing what I like to do with all of you. So to that end, I'm going to sit down here and get started. Feel free to craft along or to just sit and be comfy and watch while I work. Either way is fine with me. So as you can see, I have all of these very nicely organized into baggies, which is great. But it also means that sometimes it just sits here and it doesn't really get used. I have a lot in the floral. I have a ton of butterfly embellishments, but I have a few other things like fall and that sort of thing. I also have, I don't know if you can see what I'm rummaging through, I have a ton of these paper ruffles because I just didn't know where else to keep them. But those are fun to decorate with. And I don't know, I don't plan on making any sewing themed journals or cooking journals right in the near future. I may just leave those in there. But the rest of these, you know, I've got a lot. And then also all of these faux postage kind of looking things that would be nice to find friends for. So yeah, so let's just pull a stack out and get started. Of course, my pink tub is also arranged and grouped. Because that's how my mind functions the best. So it's got some clusters and things in the front, and then it goes through to, these are tuck spots. This is just backings that could be like journal cards or what have you. Oh yeah, remember when we did these last year? So, and then these two. So these are just sitting there waiting to become something. Got tuck spots, booklets, little tiny journal cards, to all sizes of journal cards. In fact, that one has a piece of decoupage napkin on it, so it probably just needs, I don't know what else. But yeah, we've got plenty of things. And then I have this whole thing of clusters that still need focal points so they can go into this other cluster mix. Good grief, right? And I have some of these cute little floral tags too that I had made, but they also need focal points. So all of that pink bin needs focal points. Good grief. It's just ridiculous. So my focus though is on the major ephemera and not on these little tiny bits, but you just never know. Yes, it's a lovely day here in Southwest Idaho. Lovely spring day. Later in the week it looks like we're going to get warm. So we'll see how that goes. As usual, we go from like cold to hot and hot to cold in the cold to hot in the spring and hot to cold in the fall, and there's not much in between. Now what I have here, in addition to all these little paper ruffles, are other clusters. That was really large, isn't it? These also don't have focal points on them, but they could be used to layer up. So let's just start with, okay, so I said I wasn't going to do any farm or cooking journals, but this is definitely a cooking themed journal card, and it's got like a index page from a cookbook. So I guess we'll just dig into that and see what we find. So let's see. Take off my sticky. You know, sometimes a mind well organized is very enjoyable, but it also means that everything just sits all organized in nice little piles and not really getting used. Now this could be a tuck spot. It's on an old coaster looking thing. And that might just, I should probably just call that a finished tuck spot and not an embellishment. That one's cute. You may have seen me make that a long time ago. I don't remember. I kind of like her so far. That's just a sticker, random sticker from somewhere. Probably came in a packet of something. There's this lady. She kind of fills up the space, doesn't she? That's nice. I wonder if I should move her to the top and put like a label down there so you could put writing space. I mean, obviously there could be writing space on the back as well, but when you have a label, it just makes it look inviting. Let me put that there and grab my labels. These are cute. Those are some of my old canning labels. And those are red, and then my favorite ones, these little Avery labels. I need to get some more, but I found these at Walmart, so those are really nice to kind of go with everything. There's another packet of those brown ones. Truly, if I cannot get inspired by these, then I am not working hard enough. There we go. Sorry about all the crinkling there. So I guess I will pull over another little tub here and just stand all these labels up in it so I can find them quickly. But so these are red, that's why I picked them. So I thought they might tie in. And then this brown one, these kind. There's two kinds of brown ones and they came from the Dollar Tree. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. You just have to keep checking back, but if you're looking for those, that's where those came from. And let's see which ones we like. This is falling over. Okay. I should have had a pile for the done, like a bin for the done ones. I mean, he could benefit from a word or something, but I don't have the words out. But let's see. I think this lady would be nice to have inked up. So I'm using Vintage Photo. Usually I have my walnut stain out. It is out, but I just thought maybe for just general stuff, Vintage Photo might be what we want to do. So I'm going to give it a little aged look here around the edges. And of course, all of these bits and pieces come from different random things. Of course, you can see that's a Tim Holtz paper doll. I like that lady, actually. I use her on quite a few things. I think she's cute. So what are you guys working on today? What are you planning? I don't know when this one airs. I can't remember. So I don't know if it airs on the weekend or during the week. So either way, got any big plans or just laying low or trying to organize your life? Anything? I'm in the mood to declutter. It's crazy. I've done a couple of big decluttering sessions in the last few years, but I'm looking around and thinking, man, I've got more stuff I could unload, you know? Clean space means you have a clean and organized mind. So I did do a decluttering video way back. What do you guys think? Do you like that ruffle under there? I could put it across the top maybe as a pull tab. That would work. I did do one back during COVID, early days of my channel, and I thought it would be a good good topic since everyone was cleaning out, and let's face it, it can be overwhelming to clean out things, right? I think this would be better if it gets folded over a little bit. Yeah, so I have that video out there, which I can link up above. And it was kind of a longish one, but good general information. And then I can always go back and update that one. I think this would be nice if it had a little ink around the edge too. I'm not sure where these came from. These might be like another pack that you purchase at the grocery store or Walmart or wherever. So let's put on, I hear the neighbors out there chatting. Hope they're not disturbing you. I'm going to just try to use up this bottle of Aleene's Clear Gel Tacky Glue. It's just an all-purpose glue, but I do have a little bit left, and I'm trying to, as always, just use up the glues and things that I have on hand, and this seemed like a good project, but of course if it's not going to come out, that won't help us. It is not a quick dry glue though. So it does take a second to set up, which is fine. Oh, well, they're having a good time out there. The neighbors have a little girl. She's, oh my, I might have to close the window. I'll get hot, but that's okay. They have a little girl that, well, their oldest daughter is like 8 or 9 now. She was in kindergarten the year COVID happened, so I guess K first, second, so I think she's like 8. Okay, there's a lot of yelling. I gotta go close the window. Anyway, but then they had another little baby who's now about 2. So I haven't seen much of her yet, but I can hear her little cute voice. It just makes me smile. Hearing her sweet little voice out there. Here we go. And I pronounce you done. I'm gonna set that one off to the side. Next, let's see, let's grab another journal card. Okay, this one has a rose and I need something to let this drip on that won't matter. Let's do that. It has a rose, a bit of a butterfly. These were pieces of embossed napkin, and of course the book page on the back is upside down. So I'm thinking we could do something floral or nature. Let's look in the nature and see what we've got. Let's see if you guys can see what I'm looking at. That one's like focal point with focal point, so I don't think so. Sometimes I just sit down and I grab all the random bits on my desk and try to make them into something. This goes with birds. Am I in the bird? Oh, bugs, birds, and nature. Okay, that's why. Every moment holds a hidden gift. No. Nope. That one needs a focal point. That off to the side. That's more masculine because of the duck, in my opinion. Maybe. I also like to use tea bag tags. That one might not be the right style. We're just quickly eliminating all the choices. No. This one has a playing card back there and one of my faux postage stamps. No. No. Okay, I don't think these are quite right. So let's look in the florals. Looks like lots of these are meant more for tags or pockets. So maybe we'll focus our search on tags and pockets. There's that one. I don't know which way that goes. I think that way. This one's like, this one could be on a journal card. It just needs a smaller one. Nope, needs a focal point. Some of these still need their own little. There's this one. It's too wide. I think I may need to put the journal cards back and focus on pockets. Pockets and tags. Okay. Not finding much in that category either. I think that one's red. Nope, that one's purple. Well, some of them are fabric, some of them are paper. As you can see, nope. Nope. See, it's already turning out to be a bust. I think I wanna stand these up in this box so I can rifle through them. Let's see, here's my small category of women themed. This one was given to me, I think. No, the piece was. I made the rest of it. Nope. I love her. I still haven't figured out what to do with her. These were made from book images. See, the thing is it's going to cover up the rose if I'm not careful, and I kind of want the rose to show. Eleanor Roosevelt. Nope. Nope. That's a nice one. That's a nice picture of Eleanor, as if I knew her. Gotta find my little, the one with the label on top, so I remember what category this is. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put that one aside. I'll continue on with a different one, because it's not happening. Okay, here's a couple of booklets. What's this? Sometimes I make stuff, I can't remember what it is. Oh, it's one of these kind. Okay. All right, booklets. This one I think was given to me or came in something. Well, let's go back to florals. If this is a terrible video, we'll just chuck it. It's too bad too, because I need a good video. It's kind of cute. Again, it's just random bits of things. Needs a focal point. Got so many sizes. Got a lot of weird layers to it. Doesn't really stand out. This would be fine if it had something underneath it to make it pop, like a plain book page. Or still needs, it's like it's got all these bits but nothing to unify it. And I don't think it would look good on that one. No. About confidence. Confidence looks nice. And this one says hope. Too wide. I mean, truly. There we go. That looks nice on there. Still kind of like that one on there and here. Okay. Whew. And did I have one for the blue one? Probably not, because it doesn't really, this is more like a tuck spot. With the shininess on it, it might not have a good match. I don't know. I've got things with blue. Nothing's really standing out. That one has the blue rose. That's kind of pretty. I think the rose goes that way. We can make it go that way. It'll be fine. Let's do that. Gotta make some decisions or else we'll never get through any of these. Nope. Okay, there's that. Okay, and because this is fabric, we need to use the fabric one. I feel like it needs book page under it though or something. Or it could use maybe one of these ruffles, like a little bit of something to make it stand out. I think a ruffle's the right way to go. I just don't think that ruffle is the right way to go. Maybe. That one's from a steno notebook, which I can cut it down if we like it. I can trim it. Let's see if I like it. I might like it. If I ink it, I think I might. Okay. Whoops. Oh no. And also, let's decide how much of that we want. I like this part. That's what I really liked about it. Yeah. So give it a little ink around the edges. Give it a little definition. I said, oh no, because I knocked my ink pad upside down on my table. That's not really what we want to do. Okay, let's do this. Since we're gluing it down, the stitching won't come out. Which is why I typically don't worry about tacking down the ends when I'm making these kinds of things, because it doesn't matter. So there's that one. Actually, that's really cute. It might need a word on there later. We'll see. Okay, here's this one. I've been more or less in the creating stage and making all the different pieces more than the making of the journals, because, you know, when I did my journals last fall, oh, I sighed. I've noticed I do that a lot in my videos. I'll try not to sigh when I talk. When I did the journals last fall that we donated and that everyone helped contribute for the Ukrainian Welcome Center here, I made 10. And then for Christmas, I made 3, and then in February, I made one that I wanted to give away. And so I made 14 journals in like 5 months time. So been a little burned out. That would be nice to have some lace under it, but of course I don't have lace. So what can we do instead? Maybe nothing. Well, I really think that goes like that. Could I put a little doily under there? Where are my doilies? And do I have one that's the right color? I have white ones. Really old ones from the thrift store. Let's see, this one has got a piece out of it, so that's the one I should use for layering under things. I'm wondering if just a little bit of lace under there. So it's a doily, so it looks like lace without being lace. And if that would help it. Oh yeah. See, it just brings it out from the background a little bit. That works. Okay, and although I inked all this, I'm not going to ink that because I just think it needs to stand out. And I have my art glitter glue here, which is nice because it's got the fine tips. So we're working around this doily. So yes, I have all of my kinds of glue out. Seems kind of silly, doesn't it? What kind of setup do you guys have in your craft room? Do you craft at a table or a desk or in a bedroom or at the kitchen table? I mean, I've done all of those, except for I did try crafting in our bedroom way back, and I didn't like it. I never was able to get to it. The lighting wasn't good, and it just sat there and mocked me, so I finally put everything away. But you know, you do what you gotta do, right? But yeah, I'd be interested to hear what your craft setup looks like or is like. And how often do you get to work on stuff? You know? Do you get to work on it once a week, a little bit every day, just whenever you actually have time? There was a long time where I only could work on stuff once a month, so when I did get to it, I worked on it like I'd go to my scrapbook nights once a month and then try to work for another couple days after that before I put everything away again, because I was usually using the dining room table at that point. Okay, that looks good. There's that one. Set these guys off to the side. Confidence. This one definitely needs ink. In fact, it might need the darker. Let's go for walnut stain. It's backed on an old playing card. I think this one has kitties and balloons. Luckily, I covered it up with a scrap of paper, so I never have to look at it again. And I think it looks like I went around this in some other color, maybe pink. There we go, and we still have this little piece, so we could put it under there. Let's glue this one to that one and then glue everything down. I hope this glues plastic coated playing cards. That looks so nice just a second ago, the way I had it. How were you? How did I have you? Like that. Good enough. Good enough is good enough. There we go. And some on this corner. Keep having, every time I see this, I have that Sure deodorant commercial in my head. Confidence, confidence, dry and secure. Raise your hand if you're sure. Was it really the memory I was trying to evoke when I put that on there? There we go, that little corner needs to go down. Nice. Okay, so there's another one. It's all yellow and golds and oranges and pink and green out here, so that's a tricky one. Put that one aside. Now we got to do this one. I remember doing these. Remember, I had scraps and I did this in, I think, Victorian velvet. So it's another little double journal card. That's pretty. The outside is wallpaper. And just scraps. Yeah, I did sit here for a long time with just little pieces of this and that, and sometimes I get stuck on trying to use all those little pieces, and I should just be making the actual stuff, not trying to use up all the bits, you know, because then it slows me down and I get kind of stuck there. Instead of creating something that's needed, I'm trying to do the other thing. But I have figured out that if I take a minute and like take some of the scraps left on my desk after a project and then try to assemble them into something that helps clean up my desk, but not to like hang on to it. Only leave it there for a short amount of time and then clean it up and move on, you know? There we go. Delight. I'm delighted by this. Nice. Okay, let's get out. I'm gonna put these back. Oh, here, these are pockets. They were just scraps, but they have the right shape, so maybe we can make them into pockets. You know, decorate them. Here's a journal card that could, I don't know what I was doing. I was just playing there. Okay. This is technically a journal card, but it could be a pocket. Tag, okay. Let's see, so let's look at some of these butterfly ones. Nope, nope, nope. This is like a tag-shaped embellishment to go on something else. Got quite a few of these kinds of things. These are too big. Trying to see what could go on there. I'm hoping I'm in frame for you. These two kind of go together, but I don't think, yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got here. No, no. I know you saw these the other day. That's a no. My green butterfly. Might work. It had a little label. Here's another one. No, that one's too cutesy. Looking for the purples. That's not purple. Nope, nope, maybe. No, no, I mean, the assumption is that these would go on opposing pages, right? So I don't know, can we make it look like they mean to go together, even though they're different kind of embellishments? Like if that one had a circle under it, maybe. I have some little doilies, but I don't think any of them are white. I think they're all pink. Where'd they go? There they are. Had these for a long time. I think I bought these at Michael's ages ago. They had green ones and they had pink ones. Oh, I have more than one of these, so maybe. They're kind of big though. And also, because they are so white, I like this one. It's not true white. There we go. That way I can get it exactly in half. And I think the easiest way to do this is to just go like that. And I feel like a scrap of fabric or something, actually, you know what I could do? I might be able to put book page under that and have it look right. Have it balanced with that one, right? This is kind of the right color. And I'm going to use this as the guide. Actually, let's use this side because there's more text. I'm going to use that as the guide. And I'm going to use my decal edge scissors. There we go. And that's how you get two squares the same size. So let's see what we think of that. Well, this is talking about bugs creeping. No, thank you. Well, it just says every creature that creepeth. Ooh, I don't want to think about creeping creatures. Okay, let's start by gluing these guys down. And I'm going to line this up. Yeah, there's the back side. Okay, I'm going to line that up so they meet at the corners down there. Trying to make sure that you're seeing what I'm doing. We have only scratched the surface, haven't we? That's unfortunate. Oops. There we go. We'll have to do another one of these at some point, and this definitely needs ink. Maybe even a Christmas one sometime. This needs dark ink. And does this need dark ink? It needs to be straightened out. And also, I don't really like that white edge. So, there we go. It's going to be hard to ink up because it's flimsy. Has no resistance to the to the pressure of the dauber. Okay. Okay. So I want to smush down that staple a bit. They're very bulky. That one doesn't have a staple. Okay. Oops, everything's falling over. Okay, there's that. Then, since I made that one smaller, I'm gonna have to make this one smaller. Okay, that's about where it needs to be. And we'll just cut right along there. I was watching, you know, we watch our favorite crafters, And they do have their piles of undone ephemera that they get started going, but maybe they're just not decorated yet. But then I was watching Edith, Miss E, over at Scrapbooking with Me. And I mean, she did make a very good observation that why should you be leaving it all unfinished? You know, she said, I might get fewer done in a session, but at least they're all done and ready to use. I don't have to come back to them. And I thought that makes actually very good sense. So it made me rethink, I don't need to have this big bin full of stuff waiting to be decorated because I really don't go back to it. I go to the one that has stuff already finished in it. And then I could be using both tubs to store my finished ephemera instead of just the one. And that would be nice too. Okay, so they're not an exact match, but I think it'll be okay if I were to put it in a journal. I mean, that is the point of the junk journal, right? What I think I would like is some of my hand-stamped labels. My cute ones, the ones that I know which ones I want. And they are right here on the table. In fact, this particular one I just put together recently in while I was working on one of my other videos, because I had these butterflies out and then I had these embellishments out and I was like, oh look, that goes together. So I did it, and then I added some Wink of Stella, which I could do to that. My Wink of Stella pin. I had to wait forever for this thing. For one to not, I mean, they always seem to be sold out. But there, now they both glitter. Both have a little shimmer. I love it though, although it's getting kind of, look at how my little brush is getting bent out of shape. Don't know what to do about that. I've never had one before. It's very nice because it adds just the right little touch, you know? Good grief, what a ridiculous amount of stuff on my desk for not very much result. Let's see, so those are glued. I do want to, I'm going to go around them on the outside with Vintage Photo, even though I did walnut stain in here. Because I'm just looking at this color here is already on the cardstock. So I think it would just blend better if I did this. There's that. And I didn't get you glued yet. Okay, we'll get to you. I promise. I really wanted to stick him on a pocket, but I think we're going to run out of time, unfortunately. There's that, and then let's see if I can find where all those cute little things are that I stamped up when I did the one where I was using up all those strips. I thought they were in with these, but I don't see them. These are all pre-done ones. Oh, I guess we'll just work with the pre-done ones. These came out of packs. You know, that's the other thing about organizing is you organize and then you forget where you put the stuff. Oh, I know where they are. They're in with my butterfly ephemera. They are in here. That's what I was thinking of, some of them, but I was also thinking of the ones that I stamped with my field notes. This one might be okay with something like that. It's like butterfly on butterfly, but I think it also helps it stand out. I'll just stick with those. Okay, we'll ink around these. And since this one is handy, hopefully it hasn't, yeah, it hasn't. The word I'm trying to think, clogged up on me. It didn't. Okay, let's put that. there. And this here, see, I want them to be relatively similar. I mean, sometimes you put one in one half of the book and the other in the other half of the book, but sometimes they're on opposing pages, so I'd like them to look as close to each other as possible. Oh, I guess they're not. Did I put that one on upside down? Oh no, I did. Yeah, no, please don't. I did indeed put it on upside down. Ah, that was a big mistake. I'm glad I noticed that now. Okay, get back under there. There we go. Everyone lined up evenly. Hopefully my head didn't get in the camera, but I'm guessing it probably did, because it likes to do that. See, this one already has a word. I mean, this one could benefit from a word being added to it. My teeny tiny words should be in here. Remember me stamping all of these? This one says aspire. It's kind of a big word for such a little butterfly. It is kind of too big. Too big. I want a little one like that, which came out of either a hymnal or was one I typed up. That one's a little smaller. A teeny tiny one. I'm going to pull out a few that I see and see if any of them are quite the right thing. Oh, yep, okay. Be strong and courageous. That's one of my favorite ones from the book of Joshua. Ouch. Got a sore hand. It's still sore. The other day it was my right thumb joint that was sore. Now it's my left. But my left one has been sore off and on. The right one, not usually. Should we put it like that? Yeah, I think so. There. Now they're not identical, but they are very similar. And more importantly, they are usable. Yeah, I just saw these in my scraps and I was like, wow, those are already cut to be like pockets. So that's what we did. I think that'll be pretty. When I get around to making journals again, it'll be really pretty. Okay, let's do that. And then I do like that on there. And a quick label, and then we'll call it done. Call it a video. It went super fast. I don't like that. I want to just play and play and play. When I stapled these together, I did not ink all the pieces. That would have been forever long. Long time getting them all done if I'd done that, but now I can go around it and just kind of hit the major parts. Because you don't always want something inked necessarily, you know. Okay, there's that, but then, and I like this bit of texture, and then label. That one should be black. That's what, there we go. These are the ones I was wanting. That's kind of cute. Having that hang out up there is just a reminder. They're not straight. I wanted that more in the corner. And then this, maybe you don't want to overlap. Maybe you just want to be right there. Maybe you wish you were green. That takes it to a whole different direction, doesn't it? And the last option. Nope. I feel like this needs to be black because then it ties in with those. So let's call it a day. When I get ready to use it, the last thing I'm going to be thinking is, wow, I wonder how long it took me to figure out how to decorate this. Right? That's not what I'm going to be thinking about. I'm going to be thinking about making it look pretty in a journal. This is kind of a different sort of a thing for me. This kind of an arrangement, this look. I want to make some more like this where you just sew around things. That will be fun. I don't know that I could video it very well. I mean, I could video the arranging of it. The sewing, not so much because my sewing machine makes the camera jiggle. But then I could sew them and come back and show you how they finished out. And we could put them together. What do you guys think about that? I think that'd be cool. All right, I like that. Now that it's all put together and I'm looking at it from my angle. So let's have an overview of what we did. So there it is. That's our small accomplishment for the day. Okay, I'm gonna read this. This has absolutely nothing to do with what we did today. Nothing at all, but I like it. And so I guess since we were working with purple and some flowers, we'll make a very loose tie-in there. But the quote says, "Forgiveness is the fragrance the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it." That is a quote from Mark Twain. Forgiveness is the fragrance the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. So forgiveness is a sweet fragrance. And it is something we can offer people. It's not easy though. Let me tell you what, forgiveness is probably one of the hardest things in the world to do. Because it's easy to be mad, it's easy to want to retaliate, it's easy to hate. But forgiveness is super duper hard, but it sheds a sweet fragrance like a violet or a flower that's been crushed. It just repays you in sweet perfume. That's it. That is our quote for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I hope you were able to take something away. Remember to give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and share this channel with your friends. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me if you have any projects like this that you're waiting to put together, and what kind of things you'd be working on if you were to get out all of your things to do this sort of project with. So until next time, did that make sense? Did that make sense what I just said? If you were trying to put pieces together to finish your ephemera, what kind of pieces would they be? Would they be clusters? Would they be tags? Would they be stickers? Would they be flowers or doilies? Or, you know, what kinds of things would you be putting together? So until next time, dear friends, be inspired, do something creative today, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.